Hello, soul family. Karina here. Pardon my wet-headed, fresh out of the shower look, but to use Spirit's words, I was told to get on here as soon as possible and do an important, again, Spirit's words, reading for you. And plus, in the summertime, the heat outside, the hot weather, all that, my hair turns into like frizz city. So not using as much heat on it will help anyways. But anyhow, let's get to this important reading that Spirit has for you. I'm gonna pull from my energy oracle first, and then we will clarify with some tarot. I don't know what this reading is going to be about, but as I get impressions from Spirit, I will let you know if there's a specific subject: career, manifestation, shadow work, love, whatever this might be about, okay? Thank you in advance for your patience with the process. Wow. You will understand why I'm saying wow in a minute. I'm going to clarify, as I said, with some tarot cards. Spirit, what message do you have for the beautiful spiritual Melody 111 family tonight? Okay, so here's the situation, guys. Please don't shoot the messenger here, but as we always talk about, the energy that you guys send to me and to Spirit while you are watching this reading, we co-create the readings together. And once again, this is a love reading. Now, I feel called to say that this could be somebody that you're friends with as well as business partners. This could be somebody that's a close friend. Once again, for most of you, this is going to be a romantic love reading. Either a union you're already in, a union that you're manifesting, maybe a past union that you're healing from. Take it as it resonates. But Spirit, in the process of your healing journey, your spiritual journey, has asked you and will continue to ask you, Spirit's telling me, for you to get outside of your comfort zone. See how she's in the beautiful garden here? And there's all this beauty outside of the garden in this metaphor. But she's kind of, not completely, but up to now, sort of stayed in her comfort zone. And Spirit is asking us to expand even more because it's going to bring more healing, more beautiful things, okay? And as I alluded to earlier, this is about some kind of caring connection. Take it as it resonates. As I said, for most of you, this will be a union that you're in or a union that you're manifesting romantically. But again, it could be somebody that you're close to and some other, a friendly business partner, a really close friendship, or a romance. As I said, take it as it resonates. And you are being asked to get out of your comfort zone, specifically having to do in some way with this connection. Okay? Now, why? Because, and we've had a lot of this energy too, Spirit wants to bring you into union. Now, Spirit is not saying, I am not saying that you have to choose to be with this person in the physical. You might not, especially if they've done certain things. Maybe they are refusing to heal. Maybe you just got tired and decided to move on to some sort of easier soul connection here. But all that said, especially when you're in the higher level unions, twin flame, high level soulmate, divine counterpart, whatever label, the label doesn't really matter. But when you're in those type of connections, particularly a twin flame, you cannot break that bond in the spiritual realm. It is forever, it is always, it is eternal. Now, some of you may feel that way about your person, at least in the spiritual realm, at a minimum, regardless of what you want to label or not label the relationship, okay? But for whatever is your highest good, Spirit wants you to come into union with this, whether that's just with yourself, whether that's in the physical with your person, whether that's in just the spiritual realm with your person. For some of you, it will be both. For some of you, you will ultimately move on to more typical, serious relationships, however it resonates. But you, and possibly you and your person, and I am getting a lot of masculine energy with this. Now, that's not to say that the feminine hasn't done a shit ton of healing. We have, and we are, and we will continue. I'm just letting you know what I feel. And so now, for many of you, the masculine energy is catching up, so to speak, in terms of waking up, in terms of doing the healing, in terms of seeing things more clearly here, okay? But this is a card of having gone through it, really gone through it, and then seeing the forest for the trees and doing your healing work, okay? Now, what Spirit wants us all to know about this is you can be a wounded warrior, you can have questions, you can still be, eyeball deep in the process, but you're going to always get back up. As long as you're willing to do the work, then you're willing to do the work. And this is on the feminine side or the masculine side. And that is our job, if you want to call it that, while we're here on the planet, is to do the work, heal as much as possible, evolve as much as possible, and get into that unconditional love state. First between us and Spirit, God, universe, whatever resonates for you, then for ourselves, and then we can put that unconditional love energy out into the world. But congratulations, because both you, feminine and masculine, have been through it, and you still keeping on, and this journey is not an easy one. It's not for the faint of heart. Now, specifically here, if I can pick up the card, specifically here, there is a masculine energy, and this is energy specific, who is using his discernment, who is, as I said, waking up more, who is figuring out exactly what he wants, exactly what he needs to do. This masculine might be creating boundaries. He may finally be in a position where he's like, well, I'm not like the people around me necessarily, the community around me, but I'm going to be myself and do what I have to do anyway. In other words, not caring nearly as much as maybe he once did as far as what people are going to think. Okay? So this is using discernment. This could also be something moving forward quickly. Take that as it resonates. It could be some sort of movement in your relationship. It could be some sort of communication for those of you that desire it. Okay? So that's the reading I have for you. Thank you for allowing me to read for you. It's always a privilege and a pleasure. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.